Mr. President, we're here at the NRA convention. In a couple of days is the 2-year anniversary of the Uvalde mass shooting. Do you think Congress has done enough in terms of preventing future mass shootings?
No, they haven't done enough. They're not doing their job. The Democrats are holding everything up, and we have to do things. We can't let this happen in our country. What's going on is just, it's crazy that we're allowing this. We need law and order. People want law and order. And I think that's why I'm leading in all the polls. They want to be safe. They want to defund the police. They want to stop anything having to do with safety, law, and order. They're like supposed to be bad words, but they're not bad words.
What does Congress need to do then? Do you support raising the minimum age to purchase high-power rifles?
What we have to do, and I think more important than anything else, we have to make sure that our people are safe. And that really is, it's almost a state of mind. We have to have a police department where they're giving back their dignity, where they're giving back their authority to do things. And one of the things I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making it safer and better and much, much better actually for police to do the job. We're going to be giving them a form of immunity so that if they stop the bad guy, they're not going to lose their home, their family, all of the things that are happening to police. We need the police to be able to correctly and properly do their job. There's too much crime in the country. We've never seen crime like this before.
I understand the police safety part. Is there something on the civilian part? Is there anything that Congress needs to pass? Anything that you need to advocate?
They are looking. Tim Scott, who's a great senator, as you know, he had a plan. It was a very good plan, a plan that people liked, and covered a lot of the civilian aspects of it, and the Democrats wouldn't let it pass. So there are things we can do. I think Tim Scott has been one of the great advocates for what to do, having to do with that exact question.
Let's transition to immigration. We're in Texas. What do you think? I mean, Texas is not a toss-up state, but what do you think will be a defining factor in November for voters when they go to the polls?
Well, I think we have a lot of different. Number one, we have inflation. Number two, we have the economy, and they're sort of the same thing. And number three, we have a border that's so porous and so horrible. We've never seen anything like this, where millions of people are coming in, and they're coming in from prisons, they're coming in from jails. They're slightly different, one being a little bit tougher than the other. They're coming in from mental institutions and insane asylums. They're being emptied out all over the world. Venezuela crime is down 72% from last year. Venezuela is sending all their criminals into the United States. We're not going to let this happen, and we're going to get them out.
How do you fix the problem? How do you fix it?
We're getting the criminals out of our country. They're sending criminals and people from mental institutions, and you have to take a look all over the world. Mental institution population is going down. They're putting these people into our country. Look at the jails in Venezuela and other countries. I'm not just talking about South America. I'm talking about all over the world, in Africa, in Asia. The jails are being emptied out into the United States.
What can be done domestically?
Well, you have to have a border again. We had the strongest border in history. Now we have the weakest border in history. We had the strongest border in the history of our country. Now we have the weakest border in the history of our country. We need borders. We need fair elections. We need things. We want no inflation. We want to drill, baby, drill. We're going to bring energy prices way down. And as I'm standing here talking to you, I'm just listening to the enthusiasm of that crowd. And it's amazing. They just want to see change. We're leading in every poll, and we're leading by a lot. And we're going to do a job, but especially on law, order, crime, borders, things like that. And then we're going to bring our economy, and again, drill, baby, drill. We're bringing energy prices way down. We were energy independent just 4 years ago.
I know Texas Attorney General Paxton is a personal friend of yours. Would you consider him for U.S. Attorney General?
I would, actually. He's very, very talented. I mean, we have a lot of people that want that one and will be very good at it, but he's a very talented guy. I fought for him when he had the difficulty, and we won. He had some people really after him, and I thought it was very unfair. He's been a very good Attorney General.
And lastly, I know, like I said, the latest Fox poll has you with a 1% lead. That's within the margin of error. What do you think voters are waiting for, or do you think their minds are already made up?
Well, I've always had a problem with Fox polls. They've never been good because I have other polls where I'm 7, 8, 9 points up. But for some reason, I don't know where the Fox poll, but Fox polls also have me way up on the economy, like 35 points up. They have me way up on immigration. They have me way up on all of the things that people want to vote for. So it didn't make sense that I'm only one up with, on a general poll. But if you look at the swing states, which are most important of all, we're really high on the swing states and way ahead on the swing states. I think we're winning. I mean, I just can tell you, we did great in 2016. We did much better the second time. We won, millions and millions more votes than we did the first time. And I see more enthusiasm now from the voters, from the people that are going to be voting, than I ever saw in 2016 or 2020.